going on? This is Greggatron, and I just saw Iron Man 3 at the 9 o'clock show, the first show, and this movie was not what I hoped. It was not what I wanted. You know, it does play, it takes place in Christmas time, so I kind of felt like I was a little kid getting a gift, but I opened the present and it was some coal, you know. Now, the trailer made it look really, really good. You know, we see the Mandarin is a mastermind behind a lot of badass stuff. You know, the Mandarin's got some pretty bad things for Iron Man. That's in the trailer though. You know, trailer they show his house get blown up. They show Tony Stark's in trouble physically and mentally. They show that he's got to get his shit together. And by the trailer, I thought it was going to be like a 5-star movie, but when I saw it tonight, it was just not there. Now, first of all, I mean, it is Iron Man, so if I'm watching Iron Man, I want to see Iron Man, right? Now, this is what I had a problem with the second movie. The second movie, he was hardly Iron Man. It was like a Tony Stark, like 3/4 of the movie. Iron Man 3, he was Iron Man, maybe a quarter of the movie, you know. But that makes sense because his house did get blown up, and he was not able to be Iron Man. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, just stop watching my video, please, because I'm going to give some stuff away. So this is for you guys who have seen it. So my main problem is the Mandarin. Okay, the Mandarin was not the main villain. You know, the Mandarin is supposed to be a badass. You know, he's supposed to be one of Iron Man's best villains or greatest villains. Or he's supposed to be one of the most powerful, you know. So before I saw the movie, I was hoping, I was like, okay, they didn't show the Mandarin doing much in the trailer. They just showed him kind of giving orders, and he's like the mastermind. But before I saw the movie, I was like, okay, I want the Mandarin to be involved physically, you know. They showed the rings on his hands. He had all the rings on in the trailer, so I'm thinking, okay, hopefully they're gonna have him like do all type of magic shit. You know, I thought the Chinese culture was gonna be very strong in this movie. I thought like the part where they show in the trailer where they blow up his house, I was like, man, the Mandarin should have just used his rings to create some type of crazy ass dragon and destroy the house, you know. That's what I was thinking before I saw the movie, right? And then the Mandarin was not the villain in this movie, which to me was a ripoff. To me, that's a slap in the face to the Mandarin's character. Uh, Slap in the face to the comics and the cartoon. In the cartoon, I really liked the Mandarin. And I shouldn't even say he wasn't the main villain. He wasn't the villain at all. There was no Mandarin. And instead of the Mandarin actually being present, instead they gave us this guy that I didn't give a shit about, who has a grudge against Tony Stark. And he deals with science and shit. And I didn't care one bit about how he's trying to perfect the next stage of human evolution. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give half a shit about that dude. You know, I wanted to see the Mandarin. They show the Mandarin in the trailer. You know, the first movie we had, what was his name? Obadiah, which was a good villain. You know, I liked him as the villain. Second movie, we had Whiplash. Okay. So the third movie, you would think the third movie was gonna have this great villain. You know, we have the Mandarin, but no, it's not the Mandarin. It's this guy I don't give a shit about. So that alone just killed it for me because I wanted the Mandarin to be doing crazy, wicked magic stuff and just tearing stuff up. But no, the trailer really let me down, and this movie was not good. He was barely Iron Man, and then the Mandarin uh, thing I just talked about. So man, I mean, they had some cool ideas. Like some of the concepts were cool, like how the suits are linked to his brain. That was cool. Like how the armor can cats, how the armor can fly to him at will. Some of the stuff was pretty cool, and of course there were some funny parts in it. But the caliber of this movie was not even close to the caliber in the first movie, the original one. But yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Uh, that's Greggatron for you, my opinion, and thanks.